everyone, it's Veronica here from Aussies Do Down Under Homeschool Season, and today I'm going to be reviewing Kiwi Co. So stick around. So hey guys, I'm Veronica and this is Aussies Do Down Under Homeschool Season, and like I said, today I'm going to be reviewing Kiwi Co and particularly the Kiwi Co crates. But before I do, I just wanted to give a shout out to all my new subscribers this week. Thank you. Thank you to all my subscribers that have been around for a while. And remember, if you haven't yet and you feel like you'd like to, or you're new here, please hit that subscribe button down below. But let's get back to the Kiwi Co crates. So just so you know, I am not affiliated with the Kiwi company at all. I just thought that I would do a review because there's a lot of information out there about these Kiwi crates. But I thought, why not do a review, because we've been using them for a little while, and look, every perspective is great to know. So obviously I can only do it on the Tinker Crate and the Doodle Crate because they're the only ones we've had so far. But if you have another crate that you've been getting, or a different crate that you've been getting, that would be great if you could pop down in the comments below what your crate is like, and maybe a score, 5 out of 5 stars or something if you really liked it. Then other people might be able to follow that and see which one they're sort of leaning towards or may want. So Kiwi Co is a USA company that was founded by Sandra O'Lynn and Yupan. So Sandra, who is a mother of 3, founded the company because she had a really deep appreciation for creativity with children. She liked the hands-on projects and wanted to encourage her kids, but she realized that parents, even though they had great intentions, they found it hard to maybe source or gather materials, or even come up with the ideas that they really wanted to give to their children to enrich their creativity. Since then, the company has grown and they send their crates out to over 40 countries. So Kiwi Co has a number of different crates ranging from ages 0 to 104, so it is literally for everyone. Some of the crates are the Doodle Crate, the Tinker Crate, Eureka Crate, Panda Crate. You can get a single crate or you can get a subscription and get your crates every single month. So the kids and I decided that we would get a 3-month subscription so that they could try their particular one that they wanted. So Hunter got the Tinker Crate and Siena got the Doodle Crate. And then if they don't like them, they can change their crate that they want and try another one, because they were both sort of in between 2 different styles. So they thought, well, we'll try it for 3 months and then we'll try the other one for a few months as well. So basically how it works is you pick the line or the crate that you want, you choose how long you want your subscription for, and then every month you get your box in the mail sent to you. So in the crate you're going to get all the parts for the activity or project that you're doing. You're going to get a blueprint and the Tinker Zine, which is a book filled with more activities, other projects, information about the project that they're doing at the time, and a lot of fun and different things that they can do by themselves. So the Kiwi Co crates are very much geared to that STEAM, which is science, technology, engineering, art and math. So if I go to the Tinker Crate, which is the one that my son had, you can pick just the 1 monthly subscription. You can also get a 3 monthly subscription, a 6-month or a 12-month, and you'll see the prices there. Now they are in Australian dollars, so at the top of the website, you'll notice that you can actually put in your country so that it changes the currency, and that way you know exactly how much you're going to spend. So this is Australian dollars, so just take that into account when you're watching this video. Obviously going to make a little bit of a saving the more that you get. The other crate we got was the Doodle Crate because my daughter wanted something a little bit more artistic. You're going to get the materials that you need to put the project together. You're going to get like a blueprint, but an easy to follow step-by-step instructions. You're going to get an inspiration sheet, which is like the Tinker Zine. So it gives you inspiration on other things you can do, other activities, other projects. And you also have video tutorials in this one, just in case you're having trouble or you need a little bit of inspiration. We do give you the option to give a subscription as a gift. So this is great if you are, if you know someone who may really benefit from one of these crates or would find it fun. then you can offer it as a gift to someone and they will send it to that person. Okay, so just in the way of how the company sends out the crates, basically after you order the subscription, you put a delivery address and you put in your payment details. What they're going to do is when they get the crate ready for you, they're going to send you an email saying that they have actually shipped the crate out, and that way you have a little bit of knowledge before it gets there so you're aware it's coming. Now, we've been getting notifications every month. It's been really good. They've had a great communication. We did have 1 month that for some reason the crate from the post office was apparently sent back over to America. So the next month we basically got 2 at once. So they still sent it. They were happy to do so. They notified us that it had gone back because I was wondering where it was. But they were happy enough to send it. There was no charge to us, of course. And they were really communicative in that respect too. So the Kiwi crates come in these fun little boxes. They do get delivered to our PO box, so that's great because I know a lot of companies don't like delivering to PO boxes. And the kids, they're addressed to the kids, and the kids love getting them. As everyone is aware, when you're a kid, you like getting mail in the mailbox. And packages are even better. When you're an adult, not so much, because most of the things you get in the mail are bills. But for kids, my kids have loved getting them. So when you open the boxes, so here's Siena's Doodle Crate, and this one she hasn't done, so I thought I'd show you it. When you first open it, you're going to see a booklet, and this is going to give you those step-by-step instructions on putting your project together. Then you're going to see the material that you have, and in this case it just happens to be material, so you're going to see the material you have to put together your little project. So this one is actually a cute little bag. Hopefully you can see that. And that's what they're going to be putting together in this one. So it comes in the box pre-cut. You don't have to make any, tears or scissoring or anything like that. It's all pre-cut, ready to go. And then it's going to come with all the other little bits and bobs that you need to put it together. And as you can see, they're all labeled very well. So, there's not a lot of room for error with these things. They're quite easy to do. And then the other thing that comes in the box is this sketchbook. So in this particular one, and look, all the boxes are going to be slightly different, but this sketchbook is here so the children can have a bit of inspiration. Maybe they want to make something else. Maybe they just want to use it for art projects. I know my daughter has loads of these, being an artistic kind of personality. She just draws, loves drawing, will draw anything and everything. She has pages and pages of her drawing. You could use this to do other projects similar to the one that's in the box, or you could use it just as a drawing book. I'll show you this other one just so you've got an idea. So again, this one's called the stained glass crate. Again, in the box, you're going to get the stained glass pieces. You're going to get the step-by-step instructions. So in this one, obviously, you're making stained glass windows. This is going to give you some templates as well. And then all the other little things you're going to need to create your stained glass window. Hopefully you can see some of those bits. So some of the things that Hunter has made have been this great geometric drawing machine. And not only does it come with all these pieces that he's put together, but it also gives him alternative pieces so that if he wanted to slightly tweak the machine, he can. He can then experiment with the different ways that it works, experiment with the different sizes of coils that he puts through. He can change the positioning of the machine so that it creates different patterns. It's a great little self-made project that he's put together, and he really enjoyed it. So in that one, it came with the Tinker Zine, which is that magazine style thing that gives them different activities if they wanted to do their own thing or different projects. And it's going to come with these, what they call the blueprints, which is going to be basically a step-by-step guide on putting the thing together. So in this case, he made the geometric drawing machine, and he tested it out and tried it so that he would see if he liked it or not. Some of the other things that he's had, mind you, it even comes with the pens that are in it, so that's great. You really don't need, and this is one of the things I love, is you don't need to source other things. Whatever you have comes in that box. So there's no, oh, okay, I need to go and get this, and this because it doesn't have it. Everything's in the box. So some of the other things he made was a mechanical bird. So this basically, I think he slightly broke one of them because he ripped it, but basically when you move the dials, it shows you the flight of the bird, which I thought was awesome. And how the wings move. Like I said, I think one's slightly broken because he ripped it a little bit, but that's okay. And the great thing about the mechanical bird is not only did it come with the blueprints, but like I said, it comes with this Tinker Zine. And in the Tinker Zine, not only does it give them other projects, but it also talks about the flight of a bird and teaches them information on how the bird flies and what's creating that flight. Hunter was really interested in this. It talks about aerodynamics, obviously of a bird. The techniques that they use to fly. It gives them a lot of paper plane activities that they can do themselves. And it talks about the actual wing of a bird. Hopefully you can see that. So it's not just, hey, put this together and it's done, which in that case my son would have it done within 10 seconds and be, where's the next one? And I mean, as you saw before, they're not cheap, but I think they're worth the money. So, but it's actually teaching them. And then there's some other activities and other resources that the child can look up if they want further information, including a lot of YouTube videos on the matter so that they can really dive in. And when I said before how you can use this as a standalone for a unit study, these are great for that because you've got the project, you've got the science behind it. You can then look at the mathematics behind the wing flight. You can also look at the art side of it by creating paper planes, designing them, painting them, really getting creative in that respect. You've obviously got the engineering of making it. You can use everything that they've learned to create another project for them. You can do a lot of writing on the subject matter. You can have them researching the aerodynamics a little bit more. Maybe they could research the aerodynamics of other things, other creatures, maybe cars, maybe planes, anything they want. The sky's the limit with this one because you can really delve into it quite deeply. And that could literally, if you put the effort into it, that could almost be a whole term's worth of work just there in a unit study style. Now, I did do a video recently on how to prepare a unit study, and if you are interested in unit studies, it's a great way to teach, especially if you don't have any limitations in your area on the way that you teach. So if you wanted to, I will put a link somewhere here in regard to that unit study video, and it might be something that you want to have a look at further. So some of the other things he's made has been this great little trebuchet, and he's learned all about the engineering and mechanics behind that as well. So the boxes themselves and everything in them are very kid friendly. Again, I can only talk for these two particular crates because I haven't done any of the others. But if these ones are that kid friendly, I presume the other ones are as well. Now, maybe the young ones, you know, the baby boxes, you probably need to be around because I'm not sure what they have in those, but you'd have to look into that a little bit more. But for these age group boxes, they are really kid friendly, which is something I really like about it, because if you want them to do a fun activity and you're busy with something or working or something like that, it's great. They can do it by themselves. It will take them a little while, depending on how quick they are. My son's really quite quick. My daughter likes to take a bit more time. But they can do it by themselves and they can really get into making it, and it's quite, it takes a lot of skill so that they're really engaged in what they're doing. So one of the things I really like about them is that not only are they making the mechanical toy or the artistic project, but they're learning the science, they're learning the engineering, they're learning the theory behind that toy. So they're not just limited to sort of putting together something and then, like I said, leaving it and getting on to the next one. Things I really like about these is that you don't have to source extra stuff. So you know when you get like a taco kit in the supermarket, and then you always have to think, okay, what else do I have to get? It's got the little thing, get mince, get tomatoes, whatever else you like on your tacos. Nothing like this. In that box you have everything included, so you can literally take it from the post box, give it to your child. That's it. Nothing else needs to be found. So is there anything I don't like about these? Well, there's not a lot really. I suppose the price could be slightly high for some people, but if you considered thinking of the project, working out how you're going to create the project, then sourcing all the separate materials that you're going to need, and paying for those, the time and the money that's involved, you are probably definitely getting your money's worth. So I do think that they're good value for money. So what are the kids' reactions? Do they like them? Well, Siena is a little bit on the fence because she is so creative in her personality. She said that she would prefer something that's a little bit more free-spirited. So maybe it gives her ideas, it gives her like a crate of lots of different things, and she can actually create her own project out of that. I do get the allure of having sort of a box of bits and bobs that you can sort of dive into and discover and make new things. And for that child who's a little bit more like Siena, very creative, loves to create new things herself, then I can see where that would be quite appealing for her. So although she likes them, she said that she would prefer if there was like a box of lots of different things, not one thing to create, and then she could go for her life and make whatever she wanted. Now Hunter, on the other hand, I think it would be better coming from him. So let's ask Hunter. Yes. So I just mentioned Siena and how she feels about the Kiwi crates, not quates. And I thought that instead of me telling them how you feel, maybe you should tell them what you think about the Kiwi crates. Kiwi. So how do you think? What do you think? Have you enjoyed them so far?
Yes, I really do enjoy them actually. I think they're really fun, they're interesting. Yes, there were some roadblocks and some stuff that it was a bit hard to understand, but most of the stuff in this I really enjoyed.
So there was a couple of times Hunter needed my help, but it was for more the fiddly stuff with fingers, like looping stuff, tying stuff, that sort of stuff.
This one right here, there's a lot of knots.
Yeah, so the knots, putting knots together, because they did come off quite a lot. But all the other ones, no, he didn't have any help with. And what's your favourite one out of the three that you've created?
Trebuchet, because it involves shooting projectiles.
Typical boy.
That are possible for hitting people.
Mind you, it only shoots a ping pong ball, so it's nothing that's going to hurt anyone, don't worry. And which one was the hardest one to put together?
Hardest or the one that had the most roadblocks?
No, just that. Well, just the hardest, or the one that you found a little bit more challenging?
They were all decently easy. This one, if we don't include the knots on this one, because I can't do that in general,
okay,
then it was actually pretty easy, because all involved was attaching the foam bits, putting on wood pieces, and slotting and stuff. Pretty easy. Yeah,
because there's no glue involved in any of the ones we've had so far, which is great. It's really just slotting things and putting them into place, isn't it? And which has been the most fun?
I think you can tell.
I think we have a winner. But you also have enjoyed the other ones, haven't you?
Yes, there's also this one, which is...
I did show them all.
Yes, this is, as Mum has probably showed you, drawing with math, of course. And this is Birdie, the first one. His name is Tweet. His name is Tweet of Death.
So how many stars out of 5 would you give them?
Here's the thing. The birdie, it's kind of boring. Like, slightly. The thing is just a wince bit boring. And, as I found out, it's easy to break.
Yeah,
one of the wings kind of fell.
Although, in all fairness, you are a little bit...
I'm a boy.
Yeah. He's a little bit rough sometimes. And I think we were moving at the time that we got that one, so... I think it was sort of tossed around a little bit at the start because we were sort of in that process of moving.
Yeah, but still. In my opinion, I'd give it a 4.2 stars.
For all of them, like in general, for the Kiwi Co crates?
Yeah, for the Kiwi Co crates in general, 4.2 stars.
That's pretty good.
But different individual ones, I'll give different stars.
Would you give this one
This one, it would I'll probably give it a 4.5. Just a bit more, but that's just because if you're like me and you don't know how to do knots, then it's a bit frustrating to do it. Because if it falls apart, you have to ask, hey, can you fix it? Which Mum went insane about because I kept on asking, can you fix it? Because her knots were very loose.
Okay.
Not my fault.
Very jabberjoyish.
Hello.
This is why we only ask them a couple of questions.
My name is Phil.
Alright, so that is Hunter's point of view on the Kiwi crates.
Hello.
I do think that they'd make a great addition to holiday time because sometimes you want the children to be able to do educational things, stealth-like, in the holiday time so that they don't feel like they're doing school, but they're still keeping their minds active and engaged and challenged. So there you go, guys. There's my review video on the Kiwi Co crates. If you liked this video, please hit that like button down below. And again, if you're new here or you just feel like it, please hit that subscribe button as well. It's great to have you on board. If you've had another product from Kiwi Co and you'd like to put a little review, put that down in the comments. It's really handy for people to read these things so they get a sense of whether it's going to be right for them before they spend their money. Now next week, I'm going to be back with another video, but until then, see you later, guys.